George, will you join me as I talk about one of our forgotten patriots of color? Yes, I will.
Thomas Camel was a slave who was given the choice to serve in the Continental Army or remain a slave. He served and suffered the deprivations of war. Upon filing for a pension, he was denied because his name could not be found on his unit's rolls. As a free man, he went to Michigan to start a new life. He is buried in an unmarked grave somewhere in Branch County. Thomas Camel was born a slave around 1760 in Culpeper County, Virginia. His owner was Colonel Martin Pickett of Fauquier County. At the age of 16, his master gave him the option of fighting in the Continental Forces and being freed or remaining a slave. He chose to enlist, and in the month of September 1776, he was signed and sworn into public service by Daniel Blackman of Culpeper County for a term of 3 years. At the time, he was placed in Captain Wilson's company of the 4th Virginia Regiment. 6 days after enlisting, they marched to White Marsh, Pennsylvania, where they joined General Washington's main army, falling under the division commanded by Major General Marquis de Lafayette. In June 1778, the Continental Army marched to Mammoth, where they engaged the British forces under Sir Henry Clinton. During the battle, Thomas Campbell served with the artillery drawing the horses. Like many other patriots, he was overtaken by the extreme heat and most likely suffered from severe heat stroke. He was taken to a nearby hospital and remained for some weeks very sick. On 10 September 1838, President Martin Van Buren finalized the patent granting Thomas Campbell 160 acres in Berry County, Michigan. This is just one of the more than 5,000 patriots of color who served in a variety of capacities during the Revolutionary War era. There are many stories and records of their heroic contributions. Most gave service holding the promise and belief that they would secure their freedom from slavery. Unfortunately, these alleged truths were mostly not held. Stay tuned for the story of the next forgotten patriot of color during the Revolutionary War period.